Boxing King Media in association with Boxstro. Matthew Hatton, your nephew Campbell Hatton's in another big fight. Another guy with a winning record back to back. Is this a deliberate ploy to try and step him up now?
Well, there's been a change of opponent actually. Glover pulled out unfortunately yesterday, so he's fighting a tough Argentinian now, who's never been stopped. So will be another good test for Campbell.
Well, that's throwing me out because I did all my research on Glover.
Yeah, it was like you say, Glover was the original opponent. Again, winning record, boxed for the English title. So a good level opponent. Unfortunately, pulled out literally yesterday. So it is what it is. Won't be the last time it'll happen in his career. I'm sure that these things happen in boxing. So unfortunate, but we've got a good replacement opponent.
Spot on. So how are you finding Campbell? How's he developing as a fighter? And obviously been working with him from day one. So what have you learned about him from the first few fights and the criticism he had to his last performance?
Yeah, Campbell's been showing improvement all the time in the gym, and I was saying that straight from the start. But it just doesn't happen overnight. They don't. It takes a while for what they do in the gym to be able to do it in the ring on the night, and it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And he's been excellent in his last two fights. After the criticism you spoke of at the Tottenham, but we've put that behind us. We've all learned from the experience, and he's been excellent in his last two fights. So hopefully we'll see the same again on Saturday.
How much a part does Ricky play in the training, the advice, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, he's always there on hand for the advice. Obviously, I'm in charge of the coaching. I work with Campbell on a day-to-day basis, but Ricky's just at the end of the phone for me and Campbell if we ever need any advice. Ricky's very experienced in the sport. Campbell's dad, obviously, so he still has a big input on Campbell's career.
What sort of route are you looking to go down? Would it be like eventually when he's ready for proper step-ups? Will it be like international level, or would you prefer to go down like central area route and English title and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, again, obviously that's going to be a joint decision between me, Ricky, who manages him, Campbell, Matchroom. So we're just taking it fight by fight at the minute, and we'll see how it goes.
And weight-wise, what's going to be the right weight for him? Super featherweight or lightweight?
Again, Campbell's only young, so I'm really keen not to boil Campbell down too much at the moment when his body's still growing and developing. At the minute, it's probably caught in between would be an ideal weight for him. But I see Campbell's future at lightweight, to be honest. I think he'll get bigger and bigger as he gets maturer, and I definitely see Campbell's future at lightweight.
What's Campbell like as a person? Obviously you're working with him day in day out, his personality. He's obviously got he's got a big head on his shoulders because he's put up with a lot for somebody at his age.
He has, Campbell's great fun to train, a real character, bit of a comedian on the quiet as well, but got a great work ethic, very hard trainer, as his dad was, as I was. He's been around it, he's seen the right way to do things. So good fun to train, but a really good disciplined trainer and dedicated trainer, so good fun to work with.
And wrap up on yourself, Matt. I remember you as a fighter who had a great engine. When I think about you, the first thing that comes to my mind is a guy who had a great engine, never gave up, and who was just constantly in your opponent's face. What sort of qualities do you, from your own self, from your coaching perspective, do you bring to Campbell?
Again, very fortunate in my own career. I had 52 professional fights, boxed all over the world, trained all over the world, lots of different training camps, so worked with a lot of good coaches, a lot of good teachers, and even when I was boxing myself, I always had one eye on becoming a coach. So I've learned a hell of a lot over those years, and it's not a one cap fits all approach. You do see that in some gyms, they train fighters, no matter on the fighter, they train them the same way. But I think I've picked up a lot over the years, and I can be pretty versatile as a trainer.
Spot on. Last question. Your ex-opponent, KELL, if he does get to fight CONOR BENN, how do you think that fight goes?
CONOR BENN against
KELL, if it happens.
KELL, wow, what a fight, because again, KELL is a really good fighter. He has been for many, many years. Great performance against Khan last time. Personally, I'd like to see Kell Brook retire now. I think what a great way to finish your career on a high. That's the last thing you remember, that great night at the MEN. But if he does decide to carry on, I'd much prefer to see him fight Conor Benn than Chris Eubank. I don't particularly like that fight. Again, Conor, I'm a huge fan of Conor. I always has been as a fighter. He's been great with my nephew Campbell. You know, he's reached out a few times. He's helped Campbell. Campbell spent some time with him. So I like him as a fighter and as a person. But what a great matchup that would be. Even though I'd like to see Kell retire, if he fought anyone, that would, as a boxing fan, that would be a great fight. And I'd love to see it. Pick a winner. I wouldn't like to. I don't usually sit on the fence, but I think at this early stage,
Come on, Matt, do it.
I'm going to have to sit on. I'd have to think about that a little bit more, to be honest.
No worries, Matt. Thank you for your time, and good luck Saturday night.
Nice one, mate. Thank you. Cheers, Matt.